Yeah, I'm gonna be able to. I'll see comments right on my phone. It's the easiest way.
But you're right here.
Yeah, but that won't help me. Does that make sense? Seeing comments there isn't gonna help because I can see them perfectly right.
Great.
Does that make sense? Like when I was on the computer, I was gonna use the phone, but my phone will be blocking.
So, nobody's here yet?
No.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, and I'm just.
Do you want something to do in case nobody comes?
Hi, nice to see you guys. Okay, no, people are here, so you can close the door. Then that'd be great. Thank you, mommy.
Be back.
Awesome, love you. Mwah.
Have fun. Do you have the timer set?
No, are you going to get?
But you started a little late.
Yeah, just set like an hour stopwatch or something from now, or because I can see the time too, but I might not be paying attention. All right, hello everyone. Thank you for joining. It's so nice to see you all. I'm very excited to do this. Some of you may know I did a paint with me one like last week, and it was super popular. So people were asking to have just a Q&A. So I was thinking we should do that, and I have my whole barn with me here, so I can answer questions and show you my hobby horses. Hobby horse foal. Oh my goodness, congratulations. That is so exciting. Making hobby horses, I love it. It's one of my favorite things ever. I would say tips. Is there anything specific that you're struggling with or that you want to know about? Because there's a lot of aspects. Hi, Danny. It's so nice to have you here. Thank you for coming. I have a lot of hobby horses. I have like 14, 15. My commissions are sort of open for you, definitely. So yeah, they are open. Basically, for anybody can message me, email or Etsy, and I will send you the estimate form, and then I choose the commission that I feel like fits my schedule best right now. So yeah, feel free to email me or message me on Etsy about that. So hobby horse names, going through them would take a long time, but I have like a lot. So, but yeah, they all have fun, creative names. My heart hobby horse, I really love all my hobby horses. So, but let's see, some favorites. Dream was my first one I ever made. She's back here. I really feel connected to her since she was my first one and kind of for a while was the mascot of my Etsy. But I really love Hera and Ferrari are kind of like my heart hobby horses right now. Thank you so much. But also this guy, Val. Can't see him very well. But Val, he has a really special story, so I love, love, love. Oh my goodness, so nice to see you! Thank you for all the videos and pictures you sent us of Hurricane and you guys together, and for your support. I hope you saw I posted some of your photos, and they're so cute. People are loving it. I've gotten lots of compliments on Hurricane, so you have a very popular Soleil Hobby Horse. The head not crooked. So, for the mouth, I recommend when you're stuffing it. So when you're stuffing the mouth, this is a Flying High Hobby Horse, by the way. When you're stuffing the mouth, I sew it closed so that the stuffing comes in the closed shape versus like just kind of stuffing open. And for head crookedness, when you make the pattern, so when you make like the pattern parts, right? All the sides of like the pattern. You make marks, like little things along on all the pieces where they should line up. And then when you're sewing, you make sure they line up, if that makes sense. So that there are, it helps to stay even, if that makes sense. It's kind of confusing to explain, but basically you make marks and then match them up, and making sure that they're even helps you keep the whole horse non-crooked. So yes, Soleil, that's a great question. So yeah, Soleil is French for sun, and it is my middle name. So my whole name is Mirabelle Soleil Whitman. So I sometimes just go by Mirabelle Soleil for the fun of it. But yeah. So that's what it's inspired by. YouTube wanted me to do upright. Hi, so you can't see my whole barn right now, but actually, guys, sorry, I'm going to try and switch this to be sideways. Oh, one sec. It might be my phone. Orientation. Okay, one second. I'm trying this. Okay, well, that didn't work. I was trying to see if I could get it so that I can flip it sideways so you can see my whole barn, but. So I think you apply, oh geez. I'm not 100% sure about the Sunday Fun Day, but you do pay for it, and it is, wait, do you pay for it? I think, yeah, you pay for, like, it's not as much as the clinics were last year, I don't think, but you pay to come. It's like a giant hobby horse meetup, which is so exciting. But I am not 100% sure whether applications will open next or have already, because I'm not in charge of that part of the United States Hobby Horse Championship. My favorite hobby horse. I have a lot of favorites. I love all my horsies, but I can show you a few of my most favorite ones, and you can ask if you have questions about them. So, one of my favorites, I spent 3 days just doing the dappling, the airbrush dappling on Hera. She is one of my favorites ever. I think she's one of my nicest creations. I really love her. Fun fact, she was supposed to be a sale horse for USHHC last year, but I fell in love with her and had to keep her, so. Same with Ferrari, which is another one of my favorites, my dressage horse. He was, I think 2 years ago, supposed to be a sale horse. Every USHHC, I fall in love with one. So yeah, I spent like 3 days just doing, I did like 3 or 4 layers of dappling, so she took a really long time. And then I still had to do the painting on top of it, so she was quite an endeavor. My hand from doing the airbrushing, my finger got so sore, it really hurt. But I was so excited to get her finished that I just kept going. So it is a little bit stiffer, and just depending on how many layers you do or how much fabric stiffener and stuff you use, it'll be softer. So I use Liquitex soft body acrylics, and then I mix it with their fabric medium, and then I also add airbrush thinner to it, and then that ends up making it relatively soft. But you're still gonna feel some, kind of depending on how much you're spraying and how hard, and the distance as well. Aw, you should totally try. People sell all kinds of hobby horses, and honestly, any level is good enough. I have a hobby horse back here. My first one, he was a sock. That's the most important thing. So I am trying to do a actual like room tour sometime, but I can show you guys around a little bit if you want, and just kind of show you my barn. Okay, what do you guys think? Does more than one person want that? Do you guys want like a little stand-up view around my barn or not? Okay, yay! Okay, let's do it. I will get up and I will show you guys. So, let me see. I'm gonna actually flip the camera. So, I have, and this, they don't all have like their pedigrees up. I'm actually planning to try and make this like way cooler and make them each have a pedigree and each of them have like all their tack in the right spot. But right now they're just kind of in here. But you've got Promise, got Ash, Val, Rosalie, Lance, Wish, Winnie. Back here you got the sock hobby horse that, oh, thank you so much. Sock hobby horse my friends made for me. It was my first hobby horse. His name is Raven. I loved him. He was a great, great horse for me. Here was the first hobby horse I ever made. Her name is Dream. I love her. Fun fact, her muzzle, my mom actually tried shading it with marker, and it ended up so bad looking, I cried. And we ended up covering it with this marking. So that's part of what makes her so unique, but it ended up being good in the end. Yeah. So there's that, and then I have this down here, and I've got Ferrari, I've got Orlin, I have Pippin, Hera, Sorry, got the cord from the computer. And then I have over here, I've got Fame, um, Daydream, Leia from Micah, and then this hobby horse I made off a real live lesson horse that I used to ride. He was another one of the first ones I made, and he's off my favorite Frisian, who kind of helped me start getting into riding. He was huge and beautiful, that passed away. So I put some of his actual tail hair in this hobby horse to honor him. So yeah. And I have my Epony trading cards up here. Highly recommend getting some, guys. They're so cute. There's in each set you get like fancy ones that have, let's see if I can show it, rainbow, and there's like collector editions, etc. So I recommend that. Got some peppermints that my sister made. Nice, very soft brush. All my charms and some crops. So yeah, I can kind of get you a far view. As I said, I really want to make it look nicer, but this is how it is right now. And it works well enough. Okay. When you make hobby horses, do you base them on a breed or just don't care and see how it turns out? Both. So I have different patterns and different shapes. So I will say, I'm going to make an Arabian, out of the Arabian pattern. But I have some patterns, like my thoroughbred pattern, can also be a Western pattern. So what I do is I just kind of decide, I make it, depending on the coat color or whatever, depends, it'll be something different every time. And sometimes I just have fun and I'm just like, I want to make this kind of hobby horse. And that's one of the most fun things about just making sale horses. And it's so amazing that so many of you support me in buying them, because I can just make some hobby horses that I've made. I think they're really fun to make, but I wouldn't necessarily own them. So if I couldn't make sale horses, I couldn't have as much creativity in it, because I'd only make ones that I liked. And so it's really fun to be able to create something really fun or experiment, even if I know that, it might not be something that I would own. I use Minky or Velboa fabric for making them. I find it has a really nice soft, ends up being kind of like real fur, if you can see. It's very nice. Water. Lemon water, actually. Thank you! I love this cup. I got it for Christmas. Saja boys. Don't tell Hendrix. I get from multiple different brands, if you're talking about my fabric. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I'm totally blanking right now. I also get my bits from this place. I cannot remember. It's Cullaloo. I get from Cien Hobby Horses. I get from Cullaloo. Artemis also sells fabric, so some different types, different brands. A hobby horse group, that's awesome. I don't actually use my phone a lot for that sort of thing. I'm more just active to post on Instagram, etc. But I had a hobby horse minute. That's hilarious. Oh my word, hobby horses are taking over. I have a fluffy fabric. That's a good question. Fluffy fabric, I don't have a fluffy horse with me right now, but I have made them before. Fluffier fabric is trickier sometimes because your thread can really get caught in the fluff. But it's definitely worth it because they come out so cute. And if you're just really focusing on each stitch, you should be able to make it without too much trouble, just being aware of the fluff. I have a local yarn store in my town, so a lot of yarn I get from there. Otherwise, if there's something specific I'm looking for, I will order it online. No worries. Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. Yes, horses are amazing. All kinds. Real horses. I love hobby horses. All kinds of horses. So yes, I do both. So for let me find a good horse. That's a good example. I'll just use partners again. I can't get them out. One second. So for this part, like all the longer parts, I sew with the machine. And a lot of the face too. But in parts where it's really curvy, like right in there, to make sure that it stays really tight and doesn't pop, I will hand sew as well. They're really tight to make sure that it like stays even more, because it's really hard to do that turn properly and keep the shape well on a sewing machine. But mostly sewing machine. I don't own a Lemieux hobby horse, but they look amazing. They are not each unique. They're like kind of let's see, multiples. But yeah, they're amazing. They seem like really good starter horses. I do have a black horse. He's right over here. Oh no, how's it going? Let's do that one too. Oh, thank you, mommy. Okay. My black horsey. I'm gonna get him for you guys. This is Lance. He has a very, very long mane. But yeah, he's one of my favorite. I have two other black horses. One is the sock hobby horse I showed earlier, and then also Luca, which is the one off the real horse. But this is probably my most fancy one. He's very heavy because of this mane. Thank you so much. Tips to make a hobby horse jump? I don't know. I usually use paw jumps. Those are like dog jumps off Amazon. Those work really well. But I suppose you could make one that has holes in it, and then like have a cup that's connected to something you can slide into a hole in the like standard, and then rest the pole on top. But that's my best idea. My hair routine, I just wash it a lot. I mean, like, not a lot. I wash it multiple times a week generally and try and take really good care of it, but just really lucky to have very long hair. Depends. Cotton, acrylic, other kinds, just kind of depends on the hobby horse. So each one has different, depending on the vibe I'm going for and what it's going to be used for and the type of, yeah, all of it. Commissions are normally from like 150, 160 to 400 plus, depending. The like I think even like 150 or 140 is our very smallest pattern. It's called a nugget. It doesn't have a mouth or sewn in nostrils. It's just really cute. And then we have our small pony that's more like this one, and that gets more. And then we have really fancy horses like Hera and Ferrari. That would be much more, so like 400 plus. And that also tack adds extra, so it kind of depends on the design. Yes, so Ash was the third place winner in last year's Finnish Championships with Livia from Artemis Hobby Horses, and now I get to own her and take care of her, so very lucky to have her. I make some of them and get some of them from other makers. Let's see. We just put a hobby horse for sale, but it just pre-sold. So we often put them up for pre-sale first, and then we put them on Etsy if they don't pre-sell. And I'm working on a really fancy dappled bay right now. I just did the dappling with airbrush the other day, and it's gonna be really pretty. I like to do kind of a bay version of Polaris, if you know him. He's another hobby horse I made, but without the paint markings. Yeah, so Artemis sells patterns, which are really amazing, but for all the horses I sell, I make my own patterns. Oh, that's awesome. The least expensive ones are really tiny ones. They're called Nugget. They're basically meant to be a foal. They don't have mouth or sewn in nostrils, and they're like, uh, I can't 100% remember, but like 120, 40, I can't 100% remember, but something around that range. But like our small ponies are 165, 170, kind of depends on the design, but you could get one that was like this size. She's really cute. She works for as great as like a jumper, high jumper. And with just a simple design like a palomino, chest out without a lot of crazy markings, wouldn't be too expensive. I have not ever tried making a foam hobby horse, but they look insane. It would be cool sometime. Thank you. The most expensive. Oh my gosh, I'm not 100% sure. The most expensive, like 400 plus. The most expensive horse I've sold is probably almost 500, but that was like really crazy paint with super complex tack, etc. Because adding tack adds much extra. So yeah, something around there. Oh, bye. Thank you for coming. Have a wonderful day or night, whatever it is for you. That is so cool. I love that about hobby horsing that hobby horses are all around the world and we can really connect. It's awesome. Oh, I understand. It's hard. I had to save up for actual years to get some of my ponies and stuff. Luckily, by selling hobby horses, I generally am able to afford some. But yeah, I totally get that. And hobby horses are getting really expensive as they get better. But I'm glad artists are valuing their time because it takes longer than some people think to make it. Like there's all these little steps that to make one that actually looks good and is straight and everything. Takes a lot of work. So yeah, I've definitely had some hobby horses that I thought were almost going to be lesson ponies that weren't going to go for sale, but they ended up able to be taken home because I was able to do some sit there for longer than I was supposed to and paint it and make it work. So the stick can be whatever thickness you prefer. Hobby horses are gorgeous in any style, shape, size, but I usually use smaller ones for foals, and depending on whether you're jumping or doing dressage, the stick can be varying lengths. Basically, it should be whatever feels most comfortable for you and your body. So I haven't actually tried to beat my record in a long time. I'm more of a dressage girly, but I do like jumping. High jumping makes me nervous. But my highest record was like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and it was 3 feet 3 inches, which is pretty low compared to what some people do. It's insane. There's so many amazing hobby horses out there who can jump so high. They inspire me tons. But yeah, I haven't tried to beat my record in a while. Artemis hobby horses range from, I guess it depends. I think usually they're like 300, 400, 500 for ones like Ash. But it really depends on how complex they are and whether it's a realistic one or whether it's like a full size or whatever, you know. So, roughly in that range. They're very high quality and amazing, though. Highly recommend. I have another Artemis hobby horse back here. Call her Orlin. Yeah, she was also one of Livia's personal horses that she ended up selling to me. So, water, lemon water. It's got a lemon in there. I just can't quite see it. I have not, but it would be amazing. I would love that. Fun fact, lived in Hawaii for a few months for a while though, and that was pretty crazy. So, I have like 15. My favorites, I love them all so much, honestly. So my favorites would probably be Ash, Val, Hera, no, wrong horse. Hera, Ferrari. I can't do this with the screen. Ferrari. And I'm thinking of, am I missing anyone? I also love Orlin. So my ponies, my Artemises, and then some of the best ones that I've personally made are my favorites. I love them all though, so it's like picking a favorite child. Like 14, 15-ish. I am in the US. I'm sure I do. I just don't know anybody specifically. So, but I'm sure they are. There's a lot of people over, I think, in that area who make hobby horses and compete and stuff. I do not. I'm pretty sure I don't have, no. I only have my horses, a pony, Rhododontesy, I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry. And, Artemis, and Flying High Hobby Horse. I don't know if I already said that or not, but. This is, I don't know if you know what henna is, but it's jagua. So it's a black version of henna, and it is a paste that you put on, and then you let it dry, and then you wash it off, and it stains your skin for like a week or two. Yeah. Okay, guys, we've done half an hour. Good job. We have a whole half hour left. So, do I have a real horse? Yes, I do actually. His name is Indra, and he is a horse that my parents raised from a baby. Then they had to sadly sell him when they had kids because they didn't feel like they had enough time for him. But when I was looking for a real horse, they managed to reach out to the owner, and she just was looking. She was like, "Oh, She was going through a really hard time, and she promised she would always keep her horses, but she was like, "Oh, I'm just not able to be with them enough." So Indra ended up coming back to us, and now I get to be with like a horse that I knew when I was a very tiny baby. So it's pretty amazing. He's so sweet. Thank you. He is 19, but he acts like a 9-year-old. He's very healthy. Yes, Huntrix. Good job, Danny. It is Huntrix. I love. As you can see, I have a Sasha Boys cup. Don't tell Huntrix. I love Mira. I relate with her a lot. I love her vibe. I love the Sasha Boys too. Oh, that's amazing. Yes, they're such amazing creatures to connect with. My neighbors also have a horse that they board on my land, so I get to interact with her a lot too. She's amazing. Oh, thank you. So these are hobby horses. They're basically, I don't know, how you guys would have to help me, but yeah, they are basically just a really fun way to craft and be creative and exercise and have fun. So they're not, oh, thank you. So yeah, they're not like meant to be a real horse. They're meant to like be a separate kind of sport, sort of. And they are, it's fun to imagine though. Sometimes like mine all have different personalities and different stuff that they do, like different disciplines and everything. So yeah, it's a pretty amazing sport. Wow, that's so sweet of you. Actually, to be honest, I had tack everywhere this morning, and so I made sure I cleaned it up nice for the the live. But I guess just making sure that you only keep out what you actually need or use, and then just keep out. You can also keep out some really fun. I have my trading cards up here that I leave out just to kind of be really cute on my. I don't know what this would be called. Like table thingy. So yeah. So just trying to know where your horses are and making sure their tack is next to them and etc. It should work, so that's the best tip I have, I guess. Do you have any tips? Cause oh my word, that's amazing. Nice to meet you. Of course. Thank you for your questions, you guys. I love connecting with you all. So grateful for your support. So, yes, I recommend getting these white stools from IKEA. Those work really great for just temporary barns. And then for this wooden barn, my dad helped me make it. So he's pretty skilled with that sort of thing. And he helped me find the pieces of wood and all that jazz. That depends on whether I'm training for a competition or just having fun. I have real horses and a lot of other things I like to do too. So sometimes I'll go weeks without being able to hobby horse, and sometimes I'll do it almost every day. So it's kind of on and off. My first hobby horse is Dream right here. She's the first one I ever made. Here she is. Still love her. That's awesome. Yes, dads are amazing. Her mane's a mess, and she has her neck rope on still. It's great. It's very soft, I promise. All of them. I love all hobby horse makers. It really depends on your style. So I love cute horses. I love realistic horses. So it kind of depends on what you're going for, and different makers do different things, but they're all amazing. Like 4 or 5 years, I think she's been around, because I started hobby horsing 5 years ago-ish. Sorry guys, I started going too fast. When did you start liking Stray Kids? I don't know. It was pretty recently actually, because I really got into K-pop Demon Hunters, and then Stray Kids was a really big inspiration for the Sacha Boys, obviously. So I kind of found them through that, and I just got sucked into them. I love them so much. They're amazing, and they inspire me a lot, with dancing and singing and all of it. So yeah, I'm a very new stay, but I'm very passionate about it. For you who asked that question, are you a stay, and do you have a bias? Who is it? Aw, thank you! From India, it's so nice to meet you. I would love to meet you too. Want to meet all you guys out there, all you girls, guys, whoever is a hobby horser and is supporting me. It's so sweet. I'm so grateful for all of you. I will be selling hobby horses, and usually I do sell them with tack, but I'm not 100% sure how the method I'll do, whether I'll just sell hobby horses without tack and then sell tack separately, or make horses with tack or not. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh my gosh, thank you for supporting me. I'm sure she has a wonderful home. I can do a tutorial on painting the eyes. I don't know if I have one up yet or not, but I should. It has a learning curve, but it's really fun. You have to just like rows of eyes staring at you. It's really fun. Oh, Han, he is so cute. I love him. Yeah, he's adorable. My bias is Hyungjin. I also love Felix, but Hyungjin is my bias. Who's my newest hobby horse? My newest hobby horse would be one that I own, not newest, like one that I've made, but the newest one that I just got would be Promise here. He was a commission I made a while ago, but I recently got him back, so yeah. But I made him a few years ago, actually, so not new in the sense of just made, but new in the sense of, like, most recent in my barn. Oh my gosh, hi, yes, I am. I'm a very new one, but I love them, I'm very passionate about them. Yeah, Felix is like my second bias. I don't know if there's an official name for that, but I love Hyungjin is my alt. But my sister's alt is Felix. Hey Victoria, nice to meet you. Yeah, he's amazing. His voice is so cool. Oh, that's fine. We still have a little while left, so almost still half an hour, but a little less. I do still have the donkey. I love him so much. He's back here. He's so tiny. He's hiding behind my other horses, but here he is, Pippin. I love him. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Usually, I try and make sure everything is even, and I kind of measure it before I sew it together. But what I do is when I stuff the hobby horse, I will stitch across here so that it stays closed, if that makes sense. And then just making sure that this bottom part, when you make the pattern, isn't too far out, and that the inside part isn't too long for it, if that makes sense. So making sure that you cut it at the right length. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I love them. They're amazing. Polaris, I don't own Polaris. He sold. He was a sale horse. But you can see him if you scroll down my feed, and you should be able to see it was kind of wintertime out, and I was wearing like a blue scarf when I took photos with him, yeah. I do So Ride Dream. Not all the time. I have a lot of hobby horses, and I try and spend as much time as I can with each of them, but I'm pretty busy often. So yeah, but I do still ride Dream occasionally. That's why she has. Oh no, my poster's falling down. Mother! My poster's falling down. Make sure it doesn't get ruined. Okay. But yeah, so I Dream. That's why she has her neck rope on. That is so cool. Oh my word, I've never heard of that done before. It sounds amazing. I cannot wait. You'll have to post, and that way I can see it. That would be awesome. Commissions to Europe. I want to ship to Europe, but I haven't figured it out yet. So if you're willing to help me try and figure it out, feel free to message me, because I would love to have, kind of need somebody there that we can talk about all the shipping and everything. Bye! Thanks for coming. Thank you. So grateful. Do you have any ideas for why that's...
Why this is happening?
Yeah.
Because it was curly and it just doesn't, it's just not super.
Good question. So this is a cuff. What's the name of the brand I got it from?
They're over in like Italy.
They're far away, but it's a ear cuff actually. So it is meant to look like a helix piercing, but it's not. If anybody knows if you've gotten a helix piercing before, I want to know like how long it took to heal, because I've been thinking about getting one, but when I got my original piercings, they took a really long time to heal. I was younger then, but I'm worried about getting it because I want to be able to like wear a hoop eventually, but I don't want it to constantly be infected. So let's see. This one, Dream, I did make her, and I also made who else I consider as my mascot, which is Ferrari. So yeah, I made both of them. I do know them. They're awesome. Oh, thank you. Yes, Polaris. I had a lot of fun making him. Took me a while. He was the first horse I ever did a paint pattern with. So he started pure white, and I put paper where I wanted the white to stay, and then I airbrushed. And that was the first horse I'd ever done that way. So. Do you want Dad to help you with that?
No.
My poster is falling down.
It's okay. It's okay. Just don't mind me.
My mom's trying to fix my poster, so that would be.
Sorry, I'm not swearing. I'm just.
No, she's not. She's just trying to fix my Sasha Boys poster. Okay. Soleil Hobby Horses at gmail.com or through Etsy, which is Soleil Hobby Horses. I am homeschooled. Yes, I do know Barker by Hobby Horses. They are, I mean, like I don't know them personally, but I have heard of them for sure. Oh, thank you. Well, maybe someday. It took me years to save up for some of my horses, so. Tell me if you need help, okay, Mom?
Yeah.
Awesome, yes. I use Paw Hut dog jumps too, and they work really well. And they don't, like, they knock down pretty easy, which is good. Just have fun. Hobby horsing is about fun, so if you haven't done it in a while, I would say just grab your hobby horse, or just even imagine, and just practice, and just have fun with it. It should be fun, so, yeah. How do you, let's see. I don't quite have room to do a pee off in here, but I do have videos of me doing dressage, so if you scroll down my feed, you can see it. My jumping record, oh geez. So I haven't tried to break my record in a long time, because high jumping scares me, but my previous one for like 2 or 3 years ago, is 3 feet 3 inches. I don't have a nugget pattern with me right now, but if you look, you can see way back to this year's USHHG sale horses. You can see one of them, his name was Nugget, actually. So, yeah. So yeah, I don't have one with me right now. I don't personally own one. I someday want to be able to own one of each of my patterns so I can just make tack for it, but the reason you probably can't find me on Etsy is because I don't have a horse for sale right now. So if you just Google Soleil Hobby Horses, then usually you can scroll down and you'll see my YouTube, my Instagram, my Etsy, and you should be able to find it that way too. I will be selling ponies at USHHG and horses for sure. Oh my word, that is so sweet. I know. I have so much trouble getting them back into those bags, but other than that, my favorite hobby horse, I really love a lot of my hobby horses. So, Hera, Ferrari, Orlin, Val, I love them all. As for picking up hobby horsing when you haven't done it in a while, just have fun. That's my biggest advice, is just to have fun, make sure you stretch a lot, and don't push yourself too hard. USHHC is lottery based, just because we want everyone to be able to come, but we only have so big of an area, so we have to kind of figure out how we can make sure that we can actually host it, if that makes sense, and make it all happen in the day. But hopefully everybody should get like 1 or 2 of the classes that they signed up for. You can join USHHC, but it is held in the US, so you'd have to fly here to compete. That's so sweet. Your story is amazing. Oh my goodness! Well, welcome! It's gonna be amazing. USHHC is such a fun place, and everyone's so nice there, and you can meet the organizers, and yeah, I really recommend it. It's gonna be awesome. I understand. Don't worry, I am not always a super social person either. But you will find friends there. You just walk around and you just say hi to people and compliment their horses, and everyone is so friendly, and it's just so fun. It's less about almost who wins there. The high jump competition a few years ago, they were all competing, right, to do high jump. But at the end, the lady who won was so happy, but all the friends and the people she had been competing with were so happy for her. They were like hugging her and crying in happiness. So yeah, people at USHHC are pretty nice. So you don't have to be too worried. Just have fun, and I promise you'll meet some friends. Maybe even people who live in your area. And Hobby Horse in America Facebook group is a great place that you can go to meet new people. And there's people posting hobby horses for sale on there, posting hobby horse competitions, etc. So yeah, I definitely recommend checking them out. It's so fun that you went the first year. That's awesome. Hi, you're from UK. That's great. No, I'm sorry. Stay safe. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. I understand. Just takes practice, and it's okay. I do offer online lessons if you're interested. But just it's supposed to be fun. So sometimes I just go out and I just do whatever I want. I don't even try and make it look good, and I just have fun, and that's the most important thing. I have not been to Briarfest yet. I hope to go someday, but we'll see. USHC is in Michigan. That is so high! Oh my word! Good job. So message me, soleilhobbyhorses@gmail.com, or through Etsy, and I can give you my pricing and all the info and everything. Oh, was it fun? Did you enjoy it, Briarfest? Good. Yeah, I've heard it's really fun. Yeah, I do. I have, you can't see them right now because they're on my shelf, but I do have a bunch of Breyer horses, and I used to have Schleich. I still have Schleich, but they're in a box right now because I didn't have room to have my whole setup, but I used to have an entire stable setup. I don't have a tattoo. It's called Jagua. It is something that you put it on and you let it sit and then you wash it off. It's a plant-based paste and then it stains your skin. So yeah, it's not a tattoo, but it is supposed to look that way. So thank you. I do ride IRL. I have my own horse, and I also get to share or be with my best friend who lives right next door. They board their horse on my land, so I sort of have two horses, but only one of them is actually mine. Oh, thank you so much. You're so sweet. It means a lot. Thank you. People have flown there from let's see, California, people come from Finland, people have come from Hawaii, and in general, people always say it's one of the best days of my life, it's amazing. So, obviously, some people have, you might not win, etc., but there will be hundreds, literally hundreds, of hobby horsers there, and you can talk with them, and the next day, there is a giant hobby horse meetup. So, like the biggest hobby horse meetup in the US, probably. It's called Sunday Fun Day, and that's the next day. So, I would say that it's gonna be really fun. So I do not know if Livia is coming. I would love to see her again, but thank you. That's so sweet of you. Wow, thank you for coming all the way. We will definitely enjoy meeting you, and there'll be so many hobby horses there, so it's amazing. I don't know. Usually at hotels, people definitely host meetups. Nothing official, but when there's a bunch of hobby horses in one hotel, then they usually go outside and jump around. But the day after is the giant meetup. Yeah. Is there anybody specific you want to see? I have lots of hobby horses. Oh, that's so exciting! I hope you have fun. It's gonna be amazing. Here you can see them. Awesome. Yes, it's gonna be so fun. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet of you. I really appreciate that. Bye. Have fun. Tax stores are the best. Oh, I totally recommend. Yes, they are amazing. They're so beautiful. I love them. That's so exciting. Yes, I know. I love thinking of names for my hobby horses. Really enjoy it. I have posted a few. My personal account on Instagram, I haven't actually announced it on YouTube yet, but I have a personal account on Instagram. It's called mirabelle.soleil, and I post a lot of just everything else I like doing besides hobby horsing on there, as well as some hobby horse stuff. My first hobby horse is that one right there. Her name is Dream, and I made her like 4 or 5 years ago. I have. They make amazing horses. The realistic ones are crazy. Oh my word, that's so exciting! I love Dream so much. She's one of the first hobby horses I ever made. She's actually the first one. So I don't take her a lot of places just because I really want to showcase some of my newer horses. But I am thinking about hosting a dressage clinic here. So maybe sometime this spring, actually. So she would be there because at the clinic you'll be able to meet all my horses and stuff. So that's definitely fun. Not all of them. I make a lot of them, like this one I made, that one I made, but then this one I bought from Artemis Hobby Horses, and so I support other makers as well, but I do like making my own. Very good, thank you. This is really fun. Oh, well, that's so sweet though. Having her baby, her foal, that's so sweet. I love that. I've ridden for like 4 years, I think, and I've almost fallen off a lot of times, but I only fell off once. It was off a really, really tall thoroughbred, but luckily I wasn't too injured. I just had my back was sore for a few days afterward. I love all my hobby horses. So, but I really love Hera, Ferrari, all my Artemises and Aponies, and flying high hobby horses, all of them. Yes, way to go! You're making your first hobby horse. Good job. It's fun. Trust me. It might be hard in the beginning, but as long as you have fun with it and you just keep trying, it'll be worth it. Hobby horses at USHHC, they run the same price as the online ones, but you don't have to pay for shipping. So, like 140, 160 to 400 plus, depending on the design and size. I really love palominos, anything with dapples on it, black and chestnut, but and gray, and dapple grays. I love, love, love. If you want a commission, you can reach out to me through my email, soleilhobbyhorses@gmail.com, or through my Etsy, and we can talk more there. Oh, remodeling it. Let's see. I would just say decide whether you're going to keep your Schleich or not. Make sure you keep them in a good box if you're going to, like, keep them in a box, otherwise selling them. Otherwise, then I would just say making sure you have lots of space so that you feel like you can walk in well. If you have an extra stool that you can sit on and then tack them up, that's great. Having lots of room for tack, because I have a lot of overflow tack that just ends up having to be in drawers and stuff. So yeah, making sure that you get lots of good hooks and stuff, and then thinking about fun decorations, etc. I do not. I live in Wisconsin. Arabian patterns, I think they start at 240-ish, and it depends on the tack. So I get these white ones, like that, from IKEA, and then I made this one here with my dad. I love all my hobby horses. I honestly have like all my dream hobby horses. This one I really love, and then also Ferrari is kind of a dream horsey, and then this guy here has a super special story, so he's really, really special to me. And Ash as well. I can't figure out the camera, guys. But yeah, Ash. I love her. So. Okay, guys, we have a few more minutes left still, so feel free to hit me with any questions you have. These tables are metal and plastic, the IKEA ones. So I usually have the stick, and then I wrap it in felt and glue the felt on, and the parts go inside the horse, and then I tie around that with some string, and then I stitch up the end, and then I put it in, and that helps really keep it grippy inside the horse. Then I use yarn to wrap really tightly as I do little amounts of glue on the piece of yarn around and around and around, and then I have a special knot method that I use to pull it through and keep it really secure and tight. It's actually not a tattoo, it's just supposed to look like that. It is called jagua, which is like a black version of henna. So it's a plant-based paste that you put on your skin, you let it dry, and when you wash it off, it stains your skin for about a week or two. Val's story, great question. So he was in a pony. I'm gonna bring him down. I love him so much. He was in a pony sale horse for the Finnish Championships in 2023 or 2024. I wanted him desperately, but no one I knew going to the championships was able to bring him back on the plane for me, and obviously I reached out to see if I could buy him, but he was only for the actual event. So he sold there, and I followed his journey on the Instagram account of his owner, and I watched the pictures they took of him, and still really loved him for a long time. And about a year after that Finnish Championships, she posted on her story that she was selling him. She lived in a different country, and so I reached out to her, and it literally took like 3 to 4 months to figure out shipping and payment for him. So it was on and off. I had a photo of him that I would put on my lock screen whenever I was really excited and I thought that it was gonna work. But then when we were like, actually that method of payment or whatever might not work, then I would take it off because I didn't want to be disappointed. But long story short, we figured it out, and after months of waiting, I got him shipped to me, and now I have the horse that I wanted. From that was impossible, but now I get to ride him all the time, and I love him so much. Yeah, I do. I English is the short answer, but I really love Liberty, so I do a lot of riding bareback or with no bridle and stuff. I try and make a lot of videos. I do generally do training videos. I'll definitely be making more as there's less snow and mud. So for sure. Hey Liliana, do you want to say hi? My sister's here. She can say hi to you. There she is. Hi. All right, guys. We have, because we started a little late because I was trying to figure out the camera, and so we have like 5 minutes left still. So I don't, but it looks like a fun game. I know, it's really hard for me because I get really deep snow where I am, and so I kind of have to go out in like really thick boots and just kind of plow through it. Yeah, it's hard, and it's so cold on my fingers. Just make sure you have fun with it. Ride your horses that you make in your videos, and share pictures of them, etc., and just have fun. I love all my hobby horses. That's really hard to choose. I really love this one, and all my Artemis and ponies. I love all of them. But I really like Val, which I just showed, the dappled gray, and Ash, and then Hera just took me a long time to paint. So it's one of my most favorite creations that I've made, and I love it. Thank you. I am 15 and a few months. Cool, yeah. That's awesome! Going to USHC, yes! It's so fun. And the next day, I highly recommend signing up for this. There's a Sunday fun day, and it's gonna be like the biggest hobby horse meetup in the US. So I definitely recommend coming. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. I'm sorry you fell. That sounds horrible. It happens when you ride. It's just kind of part of it. But oh my gosh, thank you. I interviewed her. You can see the interview on my channel actually at USHC, and I talked to her. So, I mean, she lives far away, so I'm not like, don't get to see her every day, but I do really love hanging out with her, and it was amazing to meet her in person. I look up to her so much, so it was crazy cool to meet her in person at USHC. Oh my goodness, I hope I can meet you too. That would be amazing. Look on Etsy. There's some amazing makers. Flying High Hobby Horse makes really cute horses. I make horses. There's a lot of fun makers out there. So Etsy is a great place to start, and that really helps. Just like look at handmade ones. But you can also go to places that like make the same one and just sell a bunch of the same, like Lemieux, etc. Make sure that you pin it and that you have little marks that you can line up along the pattern that you have. It's kind of confusing to explain, but I can try and make a video on it sometime. 4 feet, that's amazing. My record from 3 years ago, I think about 2 or 3 years ago, is 3 feet 3 inches. It's pretty small, but at least compared to what some people can do. But I don't jump a lot, so it's fine. I just try and jump when it feels fun. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, do you have any last important questions? Otherwise, I'm going to sign off. Oh, that would be fun. Maybe so. You could email me and we could talk about it. Yeah, I understand. It's really big in Finland, but the more we stay strong and spread it and the rest of the world, I think it's going to start appreciating it a lot more soon. Yes, thank you, Velboa. Minky or Velboa fabric. I definitely am going to try and make more videos. So, for sure. We'll see. I mean, you're welcome to come ask me questions at USHHT and stuff, so feel free to just email me, soleilhobbyhorses@gmail.com, and we can talk more about it. So, yeah. Alright, guys. That's okay. If you guys liked it, I can do another one sometime. It was great to have so many fun questions and everything. It was awesome. So, my horsies say bye, and I promise we'll have another one soon so more people, other people who couldn't make it this time, can come. It'll be fun. So, yeah, thank you all so much for coming, and I will see you next time. I gotta figure out how to turn this off. One second. Okay, bye, you guys. Thank you. My horsey said bye. Bye, bye, bye. I'll have another one sometime. Bye, you guys.